Welcome to the Ignorance is Strength podcast. I'm your host, Fabian motherfucking Ojeda, and I don't know shit, but that's okay. All right, let's take a quick pause. Just want to go ahead and give everyone a quick warning. Episode's a lot of fun. However, the audio did suffer. Audio dropped about 2 times throughout the recording. Had a third backup, so I had to try to recover the audio and fix it as much as possible. It's a good episode. It's a lot of fun. Just try to bear with us with the bad sound quality on my end. Everybody else sounds good, but just on my end, it's a little low. So if you can bear with that, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let's get back to it. All right. Let's get this shit started. Hope you guys are enjoying the Ignorance is Strength podcast. Thank you for listening. I hope everybody enjoyed episode number 9 with George Hernandez. I enjoyed talking about giving back to the city of El Monte, as well as geeking out a little bit over some pro wrestling talk. We're back with episode number 10, and holy shit, this is going to be something a little different. And it's actually kind of a celebration of sorts. I would say it's a bit of a milestone. You know, I didn't think I'd make 10 podcasts. I thought I'd get bored of this shit in the middle of 5 or something like that. But I'm in luck because I've got some good friends here to help me celebrate. So if you've been listening, which you should be, you should know who they are. So welcome back to the podcast from episode number 2. Alfred, Whitey, Villarino.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
The whimsical one.
Let's get
I am the whimsical one.
Rafa, Sosa, who grabbed my ass, Centeno. Boo.
Boo.
And then one half of the sort of high school sweethearts, Isaac, jerking off in the corner, Potter, Chavez. Ew.
How the fuck did I get that, man?
Well, we'll talk about the graphic, the promo picture from earlier. But how you guys doing today?
Been pretty great. A couple drinks in. How about you guys?
Good. Been pre-gaming for about an hour now, so even better.
Just getting off of the barbecue, so I'm pretty fucking full. Got a few drinks in me. How buzzed would you guys say you guys are right now? Because that was kind of the whole point of the show.
I'm feeling pretty good right now. I've been trying some Stillhouse right now. So what are you drinking?
I am sticking to the tried and true Jack and Coke, sir.
There you go.
As an American paratrooper, it is my duty to drink Jack and Coke.
Whitey, what you sipping on?
I got me some Blue Moon right here.
Yeah, and I got
it's pretty good stuff.
Some Moscow Mules, and I got a couple different Jack Daniels. The Jack and Coke can, and then the Tennessee Honey something or other. Fucking, I don't know what it is. It's booze. Whatever it is, I don't give a fuck if it's gasoline. You guys already know that part, right? So I guess I don't have to ask about the quarantine because it's kind of fucking over at this point, right? I mean, we're still social distancing in our own right, but this shit's kind of over, no?
It's over for now.
Apparently it didn't exist last week at all those protests.
No, it existed. Give it about 3 weeks. You'll see it.
Yeah, we're going to start seeing an uptick and stuff.
Was that Potter throwing in a right-wing chime right there?
It was.
Where the fuck was that for episode 7, Potter?
I don't know, man. Just, the topic of conversation didn't steer near.
All I heard was, "That's right, Macy."
He just took off his headphones 2 minutes ago because he was listening to Ben Shapiro or whatever.
Oh, fuck. Here we go. This is going to be fun then. Well, I know we're still social distancing. People got to make sure we don't get other people sick and whatnot. But we have to forego our original plan of getting shit-faced together and barbecuing. But that'll happen next time. I guarantee it. I'm going to piss you guys off real quick, though. I took Whitey a little care package of barbecue.
What the fuck?
God, it was good, too.
He lives the closest, man, and I'm like, fuck, I got a lot of barbecue. You guys are...
He brought me this big, huge freaking bag. I had, like, riblets.
A bag?
It was like a bag. It was a whole smorgasbord platter of fucking meaty, delicious goodness. It was good, too. You guys got to try that smoker, because, like, you could really tell the difference in the fucking barbecue on that thing.
You know why he loves them bags of meat.
At this point, you know what? I'm not going to argue it. I'm not going to make fun of it either.
I was the whimsical one, all right?
So all of you were already on the podcast, right? And you listen back to it. I hope that way you get my stats up. God damn it! But what did you guys? First and foremost, what did you guys think of your own podcast? And then we'll kind of go over if you got any feedback from family or friends. So we'll start from the earliest. We'll start from Whitey. What did you think about your own podcast episode?
I thought it was good. I don't know. I liked listening to it. It's hard to listen to yourself talk for a couple hours, but I thought it was pretty damn good. And even fiance was like, I didn't know some of the things that I was talking about in there, so it was nice to listen to together.
So that was like the first time she heard that you got like bullied, picked on, and shit like that.
No, she knew some of the stuff growing up, and I mean, like we talk. I've known her for like 8 years now, so I mean, we talk, So she's aware of everything that's going on, and I mean, we should be married already, so.
We should have a goddamn bachelor party by now. Damn it!
They're waiting for it all until that border opens up. They said they're extending the shutdown till at least July. So
how about
another month? And that means I'm still like in a waiting period for the step I was on. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that as soon as that happens, I'm still like I guess I resume waiting.
Yeah. At
that point, so I'm like whatever place in line, but still like it's going to extend everything a lot.
You should become like that 90 Day Fiance guy. Macy was talking about that show on the episode. I just caught a glimpse of it. That little short, stubby motherfucker.
I don't watch. I don't watch 90 Day Fiance. That's bullshit. Anyway, it's not 90 Day Fiance. It's like a year and 90 days.
Pretty much. The gist is this dude lied that he's like 5'1". He's like shorter than that. He has no neck, so it's just a head, just right on this dude's shoulder. It's fucking hilarious.
That should be your costume for Halloween, Whitey.
Oh man.
But how about
we're still supposed to go as Jimmy Hart and Hulk Hogan?
I know, eventually. What besides your fiance, anybody else listen to the episode? Whitey?
Not really. I mean, like people here don't really listen to podcasts, honestly, like at the house. So,
what did your sister think about her theme song?
Oh man, she did listen to it. She was so upset that got out. She's like, I can't believe everybody knows.
Dude, I fucking love that song.
Dude, check this out. Check this out. You know what she told me?
What's that?
She told me that her fiance is now singing the song around the house.
Right. Yeah, I heard that too. Good times.
And check this out. Every time she comments now, and I play her comment on the podcast, I play a snippet of her theme song before her comment. So you'll hear that
podcast.
So you'll hear that soon. All right, so let's move on to Sosa. What did you think about your episode, and then what did any friends, family think?
I felt like I could have talked for many more hours. For sure. We could have gone into a lot more detail. We could have, we just skimmed the surface, which was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I did feel like Homer Simpson when he does like hear his own voice over a recording for the first time.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, holy shit, that's what I sound like. But that was pretty cool, man. A lot of people are like, oh, fuck, I had no idea. And I was like, yeah, whatever, man. It's cool. I enjoyed it. My wife listened to it. Uh-huh. She enjoyed it.
What about any of the members of Casa Llena? What did they think?
I don't think it reached them.
Okay.
I might have to, fucking swing it over their way. See what's up.
Yeah. Potter, what did you think about your own episode? Maybe your own performance or lack thereof? And then what did some of friends or family think?
I was pretty happy with how we did the podcast, the bullet points we talked on. We kept telling some people at work, coworkers, to chime in and listen to it if they want to hear some stories about how me and Macy went. But I don't think any of them ever got back to me.
Yeah. Actually, you guys had the number one day one for your episode. When you look at the chart, I think I shared it with you guys, but you guys shot up like a damn coronavirus curve. So it went from because when the episode's a little older in the week, it starts to dip, and then when there's a new episode, you see a little bit of a rising action. For you guys, it went like skyrocketed, but then it kind of just stayed there, and then it's back to plateau. But day one, you guys had about maybe, I want to say like 30-something downloads, which is good because we're a small podcast as of now. So
sounds great, man. Cool.
So we're going to get back into this real quick. I'm glad you guys agreed to do this. I think it's going to entertain us. And I think we're even having fun when I set this up in the group chat, right? You guys remember how I propositioned it in a group chat? Let me read the text message real quick. So I said, hey guys, any update on this? I hope we're good to go. I made a brand new promo picture in my new template, and the promo picture was kind of fucked up. It was really fucked up, and I said in the promo picture, these are some questions you may ask about the picture, but not get an answer to. Why am I, Fabian, 100 pounds lighter? Why is Whitey so short there? Why does Sosa look like the creepy old veteran who just farted? Well, that one doesn't need much of an explanation. Why does Potter look like he's jerking it in the corner? And did you crop out my child and or wife? The answer to that one was yes. Resounding yes on that one. So then I said, I assure you there's no logical answer to some of these questions, but I did a pretty good job for an amateur. What'd you guys think of that original fucked up graphic?
Well, number one was, what the fuck happened to my kid? He was supposed to be on my lap.
Hey, Whitey was your new kid, man.
Fuck.
And I stopped trying to think about these pictures a long time ago, by the way. You had me on like a camel. You had me like, I think I was shaking Bill Clinton's hand at some point.
Oh, God.
You're lucky.
Hey, man. You're lucky you weren't shaking something else with Bill Clinton.
That's what I'm about to say.
I wasn't going to bring up that picture, but I don't know why he does this.
I didn't Epstein your ass or anything, all right?
Whatever. I wanted the job. No, wait, that was Weinstein. Whatever. It's the Steens and Steins.
One of those.
Oh, man.
But I had to get rid of that picture because I couldn't move Sosa and Potter together because it would look like they were at prom.
I saw that.
When I had to rearrange the picture, and I sent you guys like a little memento of Pride Month. I think Whitey had one too.
I love that picture because that threw me off. You're like, the gun. You had the gun picture, right? And I'm like, I'm trying to freaking get a visa going right now, and you're like, I could have put this one up.
Oh man, I'm not. You're the graphic artist here, Whitey. I was expecting you to like retaliate and shit.
When you do that for a living, you don't want to do that when you get home.
All right, so before we start getting into the bullshit and banter, I did want to bring up some social media says polls because I put a few up. Did you guys listen to any of the other episodes besides your own?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm up.
I listened to everyone's.
Which one did you guys like?
They were all good in their own way. Like each had their own time of day for me to listen to, for sure.
I think the most interesting one so far for me was the steroids one, and then hearing Whitey's and Sosa's childhood was very interesting.
I liked your brothers just for the sole fact that I've never heard them speak more than 3 words at a time.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Well, that was interesting. I was like, holy shit, he speaks.
Did any
got a lot to say? Yeah.
Did anybody listen to the one about getting on board the Ho train?
Oh yeah, I am shocked that you got that guy on there.
The Godfather?
That was awesome.
The Godfather.
The Godfather.
Yeah, man, that was badass. I know. Next time we go to Vegas, he said we got to go to the Spearmint Rhino, so we got to take a few extra bucks. Because we kind of
find a way to put some more strings, get another WWF star on there.
I'll explain all later. I don't want to put it on. You got to listen to tomorrow's episode if you want to hear how I got the Godfather. It's easy, but yeah, some of them it would be.
That's a good hook. How I got the Godfather.
Yeah.
The next podcast.
So, well, I asked social media like which episode was the best, right? You all significantly lost to the category other. So what do you guys have to say for yourselves?
Sounds about right. Shit.
Do you think they were being
I
fair?
I just want to say that I did hear that other podcast. It was pretty good.
I mean, I would want to win that one, but in fairness, Sosa did edge out everyone else by a marginal amount of 1 and is now clinched
Fucking losers.
for the
That's
number.
right.
He got the
Goddamn
number. He got the number 2
1.
spot, which by default makes him number 1 since I didn't know how to use the Instagram polls. So Sosa is your winner for who has the best episode. You're fucking, number 1 in that one. What do you think about that, sir?
I think it sounds about right. That's all I got to say.
All right.
Fucking losers.
So do you guys want to guess who has the most downloads right now? Of you three specifically. Whitey's been out the longest. You've been out, Sosa, the second longest, and then Potter, you're the newest one. So who has
I'm
the
going
most?
to say Whitey.
Whitey has the most downloads.
I'm going to say Whitey.
Whitey.
I would say Potter and Macy's because they have a lot of people that
Okay.
see them all the time.
Here's the thing: if you guys just didn't know it right now, but you just wagered a bet, and so if you won, everybody else has to take a shot or a chug or whatever the fuck you're doing right now.
Son of a bitch.
All of you motherfuckers just lost. Sosa has the most with about close to 100 downloads. So cheers, everybody. 1, 2, 3.
All I got to say is that it sounds about right.
So fuck, man, you're sweeping the categories here. So I don't even think I have to ask for this next one because the next poll question was who looks like the biggest asshole. any educated
No
guess
contest.
as to who dominated this poll?
The winner all the way across the board.
This one was by far Sosa. I'm talking about I want to say about 75 to 80% voted that you're the biggest asshole. Why do they think you're the biggest asshole?
Oh, yeah, why?
And let me tell you something.
Why?
The other polls were kind of low as far as participation, but when it comes to this one, people jumped on it. And they wanted to vote for you as the biggest asshole.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Congratulations, Sosa.
I would say
You bring
congratulations.
people together.
You just swept the social media polls so far.
Thank you, sir. I'll take my bow. As the reigning king, I invite you all to cheers with me.
There we go. 1, 2, 3.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, do you guys want to guess who got second place in that poll? Who looks like the biggest asshole? So the remaining contestants are myself, Whitey, and Potter.
I say Fabian.
Fabian.
Whitey, who do you think? Whitey, you there?
Oh yeah, I'm there. I'm looking at the pictures here. I'm like, I'm trying to. They're both assholes. So I mean, I've known them for a long time, but there are assholes. I would say Fabian.
So,
Out of the whim.
so you 6 sons of bitches. I was hoping that it would be me too, but this one actually, this honor actually goes to Potter. This one, I was close. I did get some votes, but Potter actually got like about 10% of the vote, right? Potter, what makes you look like an asshole?
Yeah, Potter, what makes you look like an asshole, man?
Well, I've got some ideas. Maybe because you look like a smug son of a bitch in some of those pictures. Why do you look so smug in some of those pictures, Potter?
I don't know. I was just having a good time when those polls were happening. Just got that look on my face. I don't know.
Whitey, what do you think? You've known Potter the longest. Why is he an asshole?
I think it's because he looks too serious, but then you talk to him and he's not as serious as you think he would be. I don't know. Like once you get him to open up, like he's fucking hilarious.
I would just like to say, in Potter's defense, he is not an asshole. He is the furthest thing from an asshole. But I just think it's funny that he got second place in that poll. Nobody was going to beat Sosa though, and that's inevitable. Whitey, why do you think you were the fucking sweetheart of this one? Why didn't anybody think you were an asshole?
Well, A, because I am, but B, how do they know that off of a picture is all I'm trying to fucking figure out.
You just, how do I put it? You just resonate asshole on that picture. It might be written somewhere across your eyes and nose, but I don't know. It even smells like asshole. Not like literally shit, but, like jerk. That's all right, man. Have we not grown to accept you?
That type of aura.
It's my aura.
Something you just emanate just up yourself. I mean, there was the high school years.
I thought I was cool in the high school years. I wasn't an asshole in high school.
You stole my tots.
I was about to say, I do believe you were a tot thief.
Yep.
During breakfast.
That is true.
You drove me to throwing Potter's books off the table.
All right, the last poll. the last poll, right? I asked the question, who do you think is the worst friend when drunk? I'm going to take a pause for this one because we all know the answer. God damn it. Listen, I accept it. I own it. You know, I've got the size on me. It's hard to lug me around. Sometimes when people throw limits out there, I don't know limits. But surprisingly, social media did not think that I was the worst friend when drunk.
Wow.
Who of you three was voted number one for worst friend when drunk?
Whitey.
No, I'm gonna say Sosa because he swept it so far.
Oh, that's weird because I saw it. I did that poll too early, and Fabian was winning.
I was winning.
I remember Fabian winning by like a long shot.
Yeah, but I got second.
You're telling me that somebody caught up?
Yeah. So like,
all right, just
go ahead. Who do you think?
Against the odds, I'm going to say myself.
All right, so with that poll, I was really hoping I would take number one because I've disappointed numerous people throughout the years and decades. I've definitely let some people down, which I'm proud of. Not really. But yeah, Potter, you actually took number one and who looks like they're the worst drunk friend. And I'm going to applaud you for that one because it seems like just based off of looking at a picture of you, people seem to think you're a drunken asshole, Potter. I mean,
all right, I guess so. Whatever.
I think, you know, if anybody's listening to Potter right now and thinks he's an asshole right now, I gotta say, you know, he's one of the more sophisticated drunks. He's always got some cool shit, right? Whitey, you've had some of Potter's sophisticated booze, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. I had the most expensive shot of whiskey I ever had was with Potter for sure.
Yeah, always got some cool shit, Potter.
First times I really did get drunk, I think was with you and Macy, Fabian.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I remember we went to a 7-Eleven off of like Ramona or Peck or something in Almani.
Uh-huh.
And we just picked up a whole bunch of like random bottles that dude had back there.
Uh-huh.
And we just started mixing everything and chugging back at the house, and I got pretty fucked up.
Oh, man.
I just became more funny and just laughing, and I'm about being an asshole though.
Well, I mean, I'm glad your first drunken memory is with me. So throughout the podcast, one of the things I talked about with each of you is how we met. You know, I wanted to share our first impressions of each other, as brutal as they may be. And Whitey and Potter, I think I already gave you yours, right? So, you know, just to reiterate, Whitey, you were the strange kid pounding his head into the wall like fucking Mick Foley in middle school, you know, with his pro wrestling moves. And Potter, you were kind of an uptight yuppie kid who didn't cuss and was in science class. But we got over that. But I don't think I shared my first impressions of Sosa.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't think I did. And here, you know, my first impressions of you were, first and foremost, who the fuck is that Madrid kid starting to hang out with us? God damn it. Like, this is a Kranz wall, you know? And if you don't, you know, growing up Almani, if you didn't grow up Almani, you don't understand the dichotomy and the fucking, you know, anger and between Kranz people and Madrid people. Am I right? Am I right there? Those of you that, Potter, you went to private school, so you don't count. But Whitey and Sosa, am I not wrong there? Am I wrong there when I say that we had like a very big feud between the schools?
Dude, I still remember 8th grade and kids like talking about like, oh yeah, this Madrid kid got transferred to Kranz and they beat the shit out of him the first day and vice versa. And if you see them walking down the street, we wear red, they wear blue, blah, 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 blah.
It was fucking gang warfare, man.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah, really, I didn't notice any of that shit too much because I was just worried about getting my ass kicked every day in junior high.
So you kicked your own ass by throwing your face into the wall.
Exactly. There you go.
Right. So
I always hung around by the strong kids like you, man. Like I said, Like when that kid threw that apple, like you fucking punched a brick wall. Think about that. I mean, I remember you showing me your hand afterwards. You're like, look or whatever. I'm like, holy fuck, your hand's all bleeding and shit. Fucking Incredible Hulk over here.
Yeah, I went to fucking 5th period with my hand wrapped up in a sweater, like bleeding and shit.
Nice.
Just to scare people off.
All the dust flew off the wall.
Anyway, my first impression of Sosa, I was like, who the fuck is this Madrid kid? I did not want to like him. I'm like, this little smug, beady-eyed son of a bitch just sitting there on our wall. I'm like,
this is true.
Why did he join us at our wall? And then the other thing was, because we were starting wrestling and I had a little bit of competitive jealousy. I'm like, because Coach Ray used to call out like the good ones, like, yeah, I think he even forgot your name. He called you fucking Mazzola, like the Mexican cooking oil, right? He's like, oh yeah,
Mazzola.
Good job, Mazzola, because he used to mix up you and Ricky, and I'd be like, what the fuck? I want a good job, So like, I did have a little bit of competitive jealousy, and I'm like, and there was a bit of like, who the fuck is this guy? But I think we changed all that, because I don't know if it was 9th grade or 10th grade, but we both kind of got ousted out of our group of friends.
I remember that. Remember that.
All because of what?
You moved closer to me. You moved on the other side of the 10 freeway.
Yeah.
And it was like, what the fuck? Now we're outcasts together.
Fuck it, man. But then I started going over to your house and shit, watching Pulp Fiction, listening to Metallica. I'm like, all right, fuck this Madrid kid for a little bit, but we're good now. We're good. And I'm like,
dude, the fuck was I for Pulp Fiction and Metallica?
Dude, you remember Clockwork Orange?
Fuck yeah, man. I watched that before you, but I do remember we both had a love for that movie.
Yeah, I still remember that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think maybe being ousted was a good thing, right?
Yeah, man. It was definitely like, all right, well, fuck it, man. Let's walk over here. Let's walk over there. And dude, we used to walk so much around fucking Almani.
Yeah.
Any day of night or during the day, it didn't matter.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, I walked everywhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. What about you guys? What were your first impressions of each one? We'll go down the line here. We'll start with Sosa. What were your first impressions of each of these miscreants?
Okay, so Fabian, first impression of Fabian was like, holy fuck, that kid has his own name, like haircutted into the back of his head. That's some hardcore shit.
That's right. I forgot he had that for a while.
I'm like, all right, yeah, I fucking dig it. That's what's up.
Or narcissistic, or whatever.
And then there was Isaac in what, sophomore year?
Yeah.
Sophomore year, Isaac. I was like, who's that fucking kid that gets dropped off in a fucking Porsche?
Oh yeah.
And fuck that kid. He obviously has money. And Whitey was like one of the first white people I had ever met. So I was like, oh.
This culture shock.
You're like, so that's what they look like.
That pretty much sums it up. I was like, oh, Jesus.
Well, Potter, what about you, man? What did you think of all these miscreants in front of you coming from, private school and shit? And did it start with, oh my?
No, it did not start with oh my. I became quick friends with Whitey there.
Yeah.
We just met each other like the beginning of school, freshman year, just hanging out a little bit in the morning. I think slowly we started hanging out during lunch. Funny, cool guy. That's all I gotta say. And then Fabian, I had you for science class. You just looked like this big, strong, silent type compared to all the other kids in the class. You just looked almost like twice everybody's size, just about. And then, like Sosa said, the name in the back of your head. Sosa I didn't meet till sophomore year in wrestling, so I think I was just more focused on during the wrestling than everybody else in the class.
Did you think he was an asshole?
No, I don't think so. I don't really have strong opinions like that about people when I first meet them. Like, it takes a while.
Is he an asshole? Is he an asshole now?
Sorry to disappoint.
Maybe like a little.
All right, Whitey, what was your first impression of all of us jerks?
All right, well, I met you first. First of all, I want to say I feel like I'm the link between everybody.
Yeah.
Like after listening to all the podcasts, I'm like somehow like I was involved in just about everybody meeting.
Dude, everybody
or
talked
not
about
meeting,
you.
or what was that?
Everybody talked about you on their podcast.
Right? Yeah. I mean, yeah, and so if we're starting with you, then I would say that I have a tendency to draw towards people who aren't with a bunch of people or whatever, and you were kind of like, I wouldn't say a loner, but you kind of did your own thing on top of being social. And so I would hang out with you in those instances where you were on your own or whatever, and away from groups or whatever. So I don't know. I thought you were interesting, and you were definitely not taking shit from anybody or whatever. So I appreciated that, And then we'll go to Potter next. I remember Potter was the same thing. He was the new guy in town. And he wasn't really hanging out with anybody, and I was always like real social and stuff, and I kind of got to know him, and then we started eating lunch together and stuff, and just we knew each other for years in a really good social setting or whatever. I mean, every lunch we'd hang out and eat food and joke around, and we had our own group of people that I hung out with them a lot.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of groups that I would hang out with, but they were one of the main groups that I would just hang out with. I'd say about at least 50% of all the time. Sosa, I thought he was an asshole at first. I really did. I'm not gonna lie. But I didn't really, talk to him that much. Like you were saying, like a lot of the guys on the wrestling team didn't think I was gonna make it, and like they didn't really give me a chance at first. So I think I felt like it was me versus everybody at some point too, so I had to be better and rise above that expectation as well. And so maybe I didn't give him enough chance or whatever, because I pulled everybody else together. So yeah, I mean, but after getting to know him, I mean, we've had a lot of fucking great times together. I mean, some of my best memories are with y'all, so it's good.
And it kind of was you against everybody, because I remember the challenge for your spot in wrestling. You had to wrestle like 5 or 6 times in one practice.
Yeah. Every week was a new challenge or whatever, and I mean, I had to go through just about everybody just to keep that freaking spot. So I mean, I really worked to keep that weight down too. You remember, I lost a shit ton of weight for wrestling. That was because I knew I was taking somebody's spot that week.
Hey, Whitey, so you've known me the longest. Did I come off as like a psycho in middle school?
Not to me. I mean, I didn't fuck with you though.
I was on the.
It's like I knew better,
I was actually on the. They put me on that Columbine list.
Well, you slapped that one kid so hard you gave him a concussion, right?
Yeah, there was a couple kids like that, but
yeah,
they sent me to the school psych and everything. I didn't even know we had a school psych, but they sent me to him, and he was trying to be all close and molestery. I thought he was a child molester.
Well, you were quiet. You were definitely more quiet then than you are now.
Potter, how were you not on the Columbine list in high school?
Wow. Oh man.
Perhaps just the circles I traveled in keep me out of it.
I think it was the privilege. Like Sosa was saying, you get dropped off in a Porsche, they're not gonna put you on that Columbine list.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Sosa was on the Columbine list though, dressing all in black and shit, and
yeah, probably. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't remember the black. I remember the hat. It was always that hat. It was that green hat,
shirt, shorts, and boots.
I don't remember the first time I met him, but I remember the fucking hat.
Yeah.
I just want to, clarify that all of sophomore year, I had 5 shirts, 5 Metallica shirts, and that's all I wore the entire year. I also painted my nails black, and I had red hair that year.
That's what I'm saying, man. How were you not on that Columbine list? I'm pretty sure you weren't.
I probably was. It probably was.
It was a short list. Weird.
quiet kid over there dressed in black.
And they probably thought you looked like an asshole too, so that made even more sense, you know? All right, so I want to start off. Do we have any like fucked up high school memories? Non-wrestling at the moment. We'll get into wrestling. But do we have any high school memories that we want to kind of go over? I know there were like breakfast thefts and stuff like that we might want to chime in on, or, you know, we could talk about memorable teachers or whatever happened to so-and-so, right? Do we have any of that we want to throw out there? I know we got a bunch.
I got one about Fabian.
Oh, shit.
And a mentally challenged person.
Oh, fuck.
Go ahead, Potter. Make me seem like the bigger out. Go for it.
Hey, you're about to pass me on that fucking pole right now, man.
I know what you're talking about, too. Go ahead. Take the stage, sir.
So, me and Fabe were working summer school for the wrestling. We were trying to build up the fundraiser. And we were, like, in between between classes, like, just trying to, like, bring supplies over. And we were stuck outside waiting in one of the buildings for it was that one building that's got like home ec and stuff like that, just outside of the cafeteria.
Yeah.
And I distinctly remember there was like a teacher or some sort of teacher's aide and like these two kids walking from like the cafeteria past the gym and to the rest of the campus. Mm-hmm. And this guy was there and he was just fucking staring at Fabian. And you just got so pissed off and like, look at this fucking asshole. He's just staring at me like some sort of fucking retard or a dick or something like that. And then I think like a second later, we're like, I think he is retarded. I think they're mentally handicapped. That's the teacher from that class. And they're like, oh fuck, now I feel like an asshole.
So you know what? Maybe I wasn't the asshole. You were the asshole, Potter. I didn't know. You knew.
You knew. Oh man!
I just watched that. That little tidbit just like unfold in front of me, and I'm like, no. I think we both realized it's like, fuck. I think he's mentally challenged.
Anybody want to go over the breakfast thefts? Because that's when I think we knew that Sosa was meant to be in the military.
Wait, what?
The breakfast thefts.
Yeah, the breakfast thefts. I know about the breakfast thefts. I never had tater tots in high school.
Why
we all poor. We all got government assisted breakfast in the morning, and we'd be sitting there eating our breakfast. And
okay,
everybody would show up, and sometimes you wouldn't even see Sosa. You would just like see a hand pop up, like from under the table, and like your tater tots are gone. That's why when the Napoleon Dynamite came out and they had the tater tot scene, I was like, the first thing I thought of was him. It's like, Napoleon, give me your tots. But he didn't ask; he just took.
And this wasn't a one-time thing; it was a daily occurrence.
No, this happened for years.
And it wasn't just your tots, Whitey. Nobody had tots.
Nobody had tots. Again, I always felt like it was me versus the world, so I felt like they were just my tots.
Matter of fact,
whatever.
I think it almost sparked like an actual fight between Sosa and Jonathan Utz.
Oh,
yeah, I remember that.
I think I remember that. Yeah,
took my tots. I was like, "Hey, man, I was hungry."
Oh man,
I think I remember we were hanging out outside the cafeteria after everybody finished eating, and Sosa just pulled tots right out of his shorts. Just like, where the fuck did you get tots from?
It was a pretty cool operation, man. How did you even like develop that skill?
Hunger will do incredible things to the mind, my friend.
So I remember watching it too. I'm like, fuck, he's gonna get all those tots, So like you wouldn't walk like on my side because I'd be facing the guys who got their tots stolen, right? So, if I were on the south wall, you'd be coming in from the north side, right? And
Yeah.
so you would line yourself up right behind those guys sitting down. You would dive to the floor, right? As quiet as possible. Start hitting some fucking army crawls, and one by one, hand sticks right up. like a fucking like a submarine fucking periscope, whatever the fuck you call that thing, and you would pluck their fucking tots, and they'd be none the wiser till a minute or two later, right? Until you get like the ones that just happen to look down at the same time. Those would be angry, but everybody else lost their fucking tots.
Everyone knew what happened.
I was waiting for somebody to catch me, like, oh.
I really didn't know what a potato was until I was 18.
Whitey looks at the tater tots at Burger King. They can fry those?
Quick, somebody eat them before they disappear.
And then even if they caught you, man, you would do like a fucking forward roll away, you know? So you were pretty
forward roll.
So you were pretty fucking Black Ops with that shit, man.
Best part is, you're not exaggerating any of this shit, is the funny part.
That's the
It sounds like you're making it up, but no, that really happened, ladies and gentlemen.
So anything else you guys want to mention from that era? I know we got a lot. I got one specific question I'm going to ask in a bit.
Just remember the jock thing. Remember when with Potter and his books?
Oh, yeah.
So I could like throw them on the floor. Everyone get mad at me for throwing the kid with green eyes and braces fucking books on the floor. Pretend to spill his milk.
I do not remember this at all.
So why do you describe it, Whitey?
Well, you describe it. You're the one who remembers it too.
Whitey, of all people, had a Letterman's jacket on and was walking around like king shit, like a jock, right? And he'd kind of transform himself into, 1990s movie jock character. And, he'd get like a cocky look on his face, pop the collar on his jacket, and then go punk Potter. He'd be like, hey, this your milk? Like he'd turn his head and everything. This your milk? Right? He'd grab the milk, turn it upside down and pour it out, and he'd be like, oh, and then he'd knock the books out of his hand. And so to somebody watching, they're like, fuck, that guy's a bully, But Whitey was just playing a character. He couldn't help it.
It's just method acting.
That's what you get for being in those dork classes. What do they call those dork classes? That was like an academy?
The dork classes. They still have those dork classes. If any of those dorks watch this, they'll know what the dork class is.
What was it called?
Classes?
No. That was smart people.
The academy.
No, we were in the academy.
What was
Distant Academy.
Yeah, Distant Academy. We were doing TV production and stuff.
Oh.
The dork classes.
I don't know what else to call it, man. But yeah, that was. I think that they shouldn't have put you in that class. You got all cocky, man. Started fucking punking Potter.
Well, Potter's wife's in that class, or was in that course too.
Jesus.
You say you had a story there, Sosa?
Yeah, I remember. What was it? Like senior year. We all made it to like CIF. At least, we made it into CIF.
Uh-huh.
And we had to sleep at a hotel room that night. And I remember walking into a fucking room.
I know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
And I'm like, I like open the door and I'm just like freeze in the doorway. Because there's fucking Whitey and his tidy Whitey's playing the guitar. Like, hey man, what's up? You want to come in?
No. He was on top of the bed ironing a shirt.
It was a shirt, yeah.
That's when you walked in, Potter. That's when you walked in.
But the shirt was positioned in a way where you couldn't see I was wearing tidy whities. It just looked like I was naked, standing on top of this hotel room bed.
I remember what happened afterwards.
Ironing.
What happened afterwards?
You fucking joined him.
There's pictures out there somewhere of this shit.
You did join him.
Yeah. Evidence of this too.
So
we had a guitar.
Yeah.
Then we had a guitar, and we were in tidy whities, and there was guitars.
There was evidence of this, and I remember I was in charge of putting together the Viking wrestling highlights reel.
Oh man.
And Gomez saw that I had that shit like on the queue, like ready to be placed in somewhere, and he's like, "Get rid of that fucking shit right there, man."
He had child pornography on his computer.
It was just still
No, it was just a photo. I think I told you guys, like, dude, I got that photo. You guys want me to put it in there or something? And like, before I even got a chance to delete it or put it in, Gomez like, get that shit out of here.
It was just the photo. Tell
Don't
that
need
to
that
the
right
judge.
now, okay, like.
Oh, God.
The world does not need to see this.
What about any memorable characters? People that were not in the wrestling team, though. Any memorable characters you guys want to throw out there? Or any interesting things that happened throughout your 4 years there?
I still remember the name of my high school bully.
Oh,
Yeah. Should I say his name?
fuck it.
Larry Morrow.
Whitey has a story about him too.
Yeah.
I do have a story about it.
Still, I wonder what the fuck happened to him.
I feel like he was always trying to be a dick, and then I don't know, maybe I was hanging around Whitey or something like that, and he'd just like say like, that guy's nothing, just like don't worry about him or something. Or Fabian said, I don't know. He always tried to seem like
Wait, hold on a minute.
an asshole.
So he tried to punk you, Sosa?
Yeah, man. Like I was like, you fucking remember? I wrestled like 112s my freshman year, and it was like 6 fucking.
Yeah, I think he might have been like the tallest kid in our grade.
Yeah,
he was like 6'8", 6'6", something like that.
And like he kept fucking with me, and I was like, God damn, I can't. What the fuck am I gonna do with this guy?
Huh? I didn't know that.
I think you finally you're like, hey man, if he fucks with you again, let him know that fucking if he's got any beef with you, he could handle it with me. And I was like, yeah, what's up?
Well, Whitey actually handled his ass one time.
Yeah, so I didn't really have a problem with Larry much. I mean, I didn't really get along with him too much, but I kind of kept away from him. But we'd hang out in the little TV production room at lunch, and we'd eat our lunch there. And the teacher would go and get his lunch, so there was a couple minutes where we were kind of unsupervised.
Yeah.
And so I'm hanging out in the editing room, and he comes up behind me, and he's got a rolled up magazine, and he hits me for whatever fucking reason. I don't know if somebody was with him, and he's like, hey, watch this or something, but he hits me in the back fucking hard with a rolled up magazine. And like, I didn't even know he was behind me or anything. So not only did it shock me, but it fucking stung. I was like, all right. And remember, I would wear like, I think I was wearing a fucking pink suit at the time. So I took off. I go, what the fuck? And I start squaring up with him, right? And he's like, oh shit. Like, I start taking off my tie. He goes, what are you going to do? Wrestle me? And I go, yeah. So next thing I know, I shot in on him. I double-legged the guy. I picked him up. I slammed him against the library wall. And then I took him to the floor. And then at that point, he's just like on his back, you know. And I had him in a half at that point. And I wasn't going to like beat the shit out of him or anything. I was just pissed off. He hit me with the magazine, you know. So after that, I'm like thinking to myself, like, well, fuck, I got all this shit writing for me. If I get in a fight, I'm not going to be able to wrestle for one. It's not even worth it at this point or whatever to try and keep this going. So I helped him up or whatever. And it was just, I know he was embarrassed because everybody that was in the fucking TV production room saw me pick this guy up. And like you said, he was big. He wasn't a small guy. I was 150 pounds. He was not expecting me to take him off his feet.
All right, so I'm going to ask a question real quick, and this one is actually for Whitey and Potter.
No, that's me.
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right, so in the episode with Macy and Potter, Whitey, there's a little bit of controversy here.
All right.
We talked about prom date swap 2004, the scandal there.
Hey-o.
Are there any allegations that you'd like to clear up there, and or hash out?
What do you mean allegations?
Did you not listen to episode?
No, I did. I listened to the whole episode. Yeah. Well, yeah. I listened to that part mostly.
What he's doing is pleading the fifth here.
No, I'm not pleading the fifth. No, it is what it is. Like, it was just a bunch of weird, fucked up shit happening at the time. I felt like Corey Matthews during that whole thing where he's like trying to take 2 dates to prom. and it just didn't fucking work out, and I pissed everybody off, I felt, but I guess it worked out in the end for everybody, because I'm glad the way things worked out. Like, it worked out good for me too. I met a wonderful woman, and things could have been completely different depending on how that night played out, I feel, because we've kept in touch for all these years. It's been about 20 years we've known each other. So
Jesus Christ, has it been that long?
Yeah,
man.
Fuck.
We started high school in 2000.
Oh my God.
So was it you that slapped the shit out of Potter?
I didn't slap it was Bob that slapped the shit out of Potter. I didn't have any problem with Potter or whatever. I wasn't upset with Potter. I was more upset with myself because I screwed things up. Like, I knew what was going on. Like
Potter,
Macy said, here's what happened. Macy had said, oh, we're friends. We'll go to prom together if we don't have a date. And like, I had been wanting to ask Angie, and I finally got the nerve to ask the girl to prom or whatever, but I already had a date to prom. Yeah, it was just something stupid I did, like that I totally wouldn't have done twice. Because it was just bad all the way. It was a bad decision that a fucking 16 or 17-year-old kid would make.
I love the way that you called Angie's house, Whitey, and the impression that you make sometimes when the mother answered. How did the mother answer, Whitey? I'm putting you on blast.
She'd be like, hello? I go, is Angie there? She's like, Angie? No.
Hey, you're way more animated than that, Whitey.
It's not appropriate in these times.
Oh no, sir! It is very appropriate. Please continue.
You kind of did it like the lady from.
No, but it was the brother that. I think it was her brother or her dad or something like that. It was always like it was like, Angie. No. It was like they didn't even know who Angie was. I'm like, okay.
That's how Mexican people answer the phone when somebody asks for somebody else. And if you're Mexican, you know this. Are there any allegations you'd like to clear up that I made about your shitty craftsmanship in ceramics class?
No, man. Dalmeda was a nice guy. That's all I got to say. I should have failed that class, really. The 7 Faces of Drunk, that was for real. Like, it was supposed to be when I imagined this project. No, he told me, he's like, look, dude, he's like, you're failing this class. It's like, you need to do something for extra credit or whatever. He goes, anything. Just fucking submit something or whatever, but you need to do it by the end of the day pretty much or something. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll come up with something. So it was 7 Faces of Drunk. I took these little it was like a cookie cutter. And I just cut circles out of the clay. And I took it wasn't a pencil. It was like a little wooden stick. And I just kind of made different faces on the circles, and they were really crude. They were terrible faces. I still have these somewhere. I should post a picture if I ever fucking find them. Anyway, and then I poked a hole through them, like through the top, so like you could like string them together with a piece of twine or something. Like I was thinking like babies have a fucking what do you call that? Mobile or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, it was in poor taste, and I'm surprised I got a grade on that project.
You got a fucking grade on that?
There was a grade on that project, my friend. It was just enough to pass. I got whatever was the passing grade for that class was what I got for that class.
Well, I guess.
But in my defense, that was an elective class, and I was like, why do I have to take these extra classes when I've already fulfilled the curriculum? It's not like I'm going to get any extra points or whatever for this. I'm not going to go to a super great college, Mm-hmm. My family couldn't afford that. Even with the student loans and everything, that would have just crippled me.
Yeah, I guess if I got a B for the fucking broken dildo project, then, then you could get a grade.
I remember you fucking making that too, like in the look on your face when you had it in front of you, because you had this big old fucking dick in front of you, right? And he's like, look, everyone. It's fucking hilarious. Like, how do you not?
And then the color he chose for it, it was like very flesh-like color. Like, you didn't have to do that. Everybody knew it was a dick already. You didn't have to make it lifelike.
You didn't notice the fucking white splatter marks on it?
I think there was also a vein.
Hey, I didn't go that detailed.
There's Isaac adding fucking detail to whatever he thought.
That's what Potter wanted to be on there because he was a detailed motherfucker in ceramics.
Potter, do you remember I had Macbeth's shoes and we'd sprinkle like that Lincoln dust or whatever the fuck it was on the floor, and we tried to see who could slide across the floor the longest.
Yeah.
We spent like hours fucking like trying to slide across that floor. Like, I don't know, those shoes were cool.
The last 10 minutes of class before we switched over. That's all we did. Just
it was slide across floors in those shoes.
Well, did you guys know that I was in the journalism class?
You were in what class?
Journalism.
For real?
I think I did know you were in journalism class, but it was like a kind of a vague fact about you. Because it wasn't like you went around with your little press hat with the little, press thing on your
That class was fucking terrible. I was only in it for about a semester because the teacher was lazy as fuck. I mean, I guess, he would pass on the responsibility to the students, but I remember it was a bunch of smug-ass seniors, and it's like, wait a minute, I used to fight it. Why are these assholes running the class? I'm like, they're not teachers, Like, they try to grade you and shit like that. I'm like, fuck that. I'm not taking any fucking shit from them, And they were jerks. Anyway, I remember when I was too lazy to go out there and ask questions for stories, I quoted all you motherfuckers. You guys don't know it, but all of your names were quoted in the newspaper for a quote you did not say. I think one of the stories was like, what's your favorite music videos or whatever? And I put some generic shit for some of you guys. But you guys remember Perez?
Oh, yeah, I remember Perez.
Silent Assassin, Cookie, yeah, all those nicknames. Well, one day, when I was doing the story for what are your favorite music videos, I still remember the quote. He said, my favorite music videos are the rap videos that they play on MTV because I like to see all the black girls in thongs shaking their asses.
Wow.
And the aftermath of that was that you would get like teachers and students asking, is this you, Juan? Like, no, that can't be you. So you told me that one teacher just kind of gave him the look and like shook her head and like disappointed. So you guys didn't get it the worst, but somebody did. I call that fake. I guess you call that fake news now, but I'm with it. It's all right.
This is fake news.
It was the original fake news.
Oh, that was great. I stopped that class after a semester, but that was one of my greatest memories there.
What was that teacher's name that never wore underwear and is like
what the fuck?
Windbreakers? Goodyear.
Oh, yeah. The 1970s pimp fucking pro football player guy. He's still living in the 70s. And he had that dude was buff. He had his sleeves all rolled up and shit. And he was like a really good coach for Culver City football.
What?
Yeah, he was like one of the top coaches in the area. Believe it or not. Yeah, man.
And he never coached for us?
No, he was beyond that. He was above that.
Damn.
Did he teach a class?
He did.
English.
Yeah.
I had his class. It was weird. You're right. He did kind of like, I don't know, I didn't stare at the underwear line or anything like that, but
I remember it was like an ongoing joke, like, hey, Goody. We used to call him Goody. He'd be like, hey, guys, how's it going? And like, he'd always strut around and fucking, he'd like do the Captain Morgan on people's desks and shit.
Oh, yeah. He did that a lot. Thought it was fucking Shawn Michaels doing the splits and shit. He's probably singing that song in his head, too. I'm just a sexy boy.
I don't remember this guy.
Well, Whitey, sometimes when you have repressed memories, they kind of black out and go away.
Yeah, I do tend to block shit out. That's not good.
Anything else you guys want to touch on from that moment before we move on to a pretty meaty subject in our high school lives?
I don't know, man. There's so much, but I'm so drunk right now, so.
Yeah, we could probably do a whole nother podcast just on high school memories.
Are we ready to move on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's roll to the next subject.
So these are still high school memories, but they're more specific because wrestling was obviously a huge deal for all of us, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure it was a huge deal for me.
Yep.
I think all of us took a lot of good from it. Whitey and Sosa and I, we were the only three to actually go all 4 years from 2000 to 2004. And I think varsity every year, right?
Yeah, man. I got my ass kicked by varsity dudes every single year.
Yeah, I think I had 2 wins, and then I got my ass kicked the rest of the freshman year. But Potter, you actually you joined us your sophomore year, and we still adopted your ass. I think you know you were 3 year, but you were still you were committed, right? And you put in the extra work, so that's what kind of. But I don't think there were too many guys that were there 3 years either, right?
Shit. I'm trying to think.
I don't think so, man.
No. I'm trying to think, like maybe Ralph Sandoval.
Yeah, I think he did it for 3 years extra. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have.
I still remember him like senior year. He coming back. And he's like, "Hey, man, I just want to wrestle. I don't give a fuck what position I'm in. Just let me wrestle." Yeah. And the coach is all like, "All right." And I remember as a senior, and if you're fucking listening to this, I know you are. You went to a Frosh Soft fucking tournament and you beat the shit out of all of those freshmen. You
That's right.
Beat the shit.
I remember that.
Hey,
Sandoval. Wait, real quick. Sandoval was a really good wrestling partner, and I'll tell you why. Like, he had this like. He reminded me of the Godfather with the fucking hoe train charge or whatever. Like, he would just like when he started a match, he just like tried to drive right into you. So it was like it reminded me of kind of like when football players go and push the sled or whatever. You know, like it was like he was the sled or whatever that you had to get through. So whether he had great technique or not, like he was really good fucking conditioning because of that. Like he had a lot of drive.
And I remember asking him after that tournament, I'm like, did you go to a Frost-Off tournament? And he came back with his first place medal. Goes, yeah, but I beat all their asses. And he did. You can't argue that, man. You gotta be proud of that.
You beat the shit out of all those kids.
Yeah, all those freshmen, sophomores. God damn it. So what I want to do, switching gears here before we talk about wrestling, I want to play a couple of clips for you guys that's sure to bring back some nostalgia.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing, Fabian? Big shout out to you guys. Alfred, Villarino, how you doing? Rafa, Sosa. Hope you guys are all doing good with this quarantine 2020. But anyways, Coach Ray saying hello. And you know what? Stay safe with this damn quarantine because wrestlers, we have coronavirus for breakfast. God damn it. We don't back down from confrontation, but it's been a pleasure seeing you guys. It's been a while. Stay safe. Say hi to all the wrestlers from Mount View that I've coached in the last 30 years. Eagles, Vikings have been my home. Stay safe. Wrestling all the way. Size.
What do y'all think about that clip?
I know exactly who the fuck that is. Oh my God.
I wanted to pull it off for you guys, man.
Who the fuck is that? Who's the voice? Because it's fucking biting me in the fucking ass right now, not knowing who that is.
Oh,
and I know the fucking voice.
You just fucking committed like a crime right there. How do you not know?
It was hard for me to hear the audio.
Did you hear what he said?
Yeah, he said Alfred Villarino.
Who the fuck else yelled with that intensity when we were practicing?
With that raspy ass voice.
It was fucking Coach Ray.
Yeah,
Coach
man.
Motherfucking Ray.
I know, like, Sapphire started to leave you out of this conversation. You weren't one of Coach Ray's. But what did you guys think of the old Coach Ray days?
Whitey, do you want to go first?
Coach Ray was a lot of the reason that I am the person that I am today. And I'll tell you why.
So
I remember the one thing this dude said, and it made a lot of sense or whatever. Like, it's just like when you start fitting these puzzle pieces in life together, that was just one of those things that I'm always going to remember is what he said when we were running. And he goes, look at Fabian. He goes, we're running or whatever. And he goes, I don't give a shit if you take fucking an hour to run a mile or whatever. He goes, just keep running. Like, I don't want you to stop running or whatever. Like, that's the point is you're running or whatever. Like, it's not, it's not how how long it takes you to get to where you need to go. It's the fact that you keep trying and pushing or whatever, like, and that makes you a better person. And really, like, even after high school, that guy is fucking amazing to me. Like when he was picking up that guy, the disabled kid or whatever to wrestle or whatever, like that was fucking like, that just shows you what kind of guy that guy is, you know, just like an amazing man. Nothing bad to say about Coach Ray. He was a hard ass though. I mean, like this guy, like real hard ass, but he's always going to stick with you there. You know, life-changing person right there, I would say. Inspirational.
Yeah, well, jumping off of what, you know, fucking Alfred just said, you know, Coach Ray, holy shit, memorable guy. I'll remember him to the day I die. It goes to show you that one man can be so influential in a young kid's life.
Yeah.
As long as he's like positive and he starts like, you know, just giving you that attention and that motivation and that self-esteem, you know, and that's what he did. Like he put us through fucking hell, man. I still remember Hell Week of like a freshman year of football. And then I remember every day at practice at wrestling, it was like hell season. And this guy would just push us, and he would, you know, he wasn't politically correct, but he knew how to reach into young kids, you know, and fucking get it out of them, get that energy out of them, get them to, you know, believe in themselves. So Coach Ray, if you're listening to this, thank you for all you did. You definitely meant a lot to all of us. I'm sure that we're not the only ones out there. You did an amazing job, and thank you so much for what you did for us.
The man has a 30-year coaching career, which I think it says volumes, you know? Like, sometimes you see people that coach for a couple of years, you're like, fuck this, you know? But he has a 30-year record of coaching, you know? And I think for me, it was cool because he humbled my ass, you know? I went in there thinking I was king shit, like nobody can beat me because nobody's ever whooped my ass, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember, like...
You ever been in a helicopter?
Motherfucker. Yeah. This grown-ass man, and I think, you know what, I'm bigger than him. I can probably take it pretty well. But he's wrestling with everybody. He's doing a mat maker, you know? And he goes, when it's my turn, you know, and I'm a light heavyweight at the time. I was probably like 235 or something like that. You know, 100 pounds more than you guys, but still a light heavyweight at the time. And he goes, well, hit him. You ever been on a helicopter? I'm like, no, coach. We're about to fucking be on one right now. I'm like, oh, shit. So I get in there, and dude double legs my ass and spins me around, and I'm like, I've been on a helicopter now, you know? But that humility, it kind of teaches you something because you know you're not invincible. You know you're not going to go in there and run shit. You have to, at some point, be chopped down in order to be built back up, you know, because if not, you're just going to always think that everything comes your way. And I think for him too, he was always there. You know, I remember I was the only one who made it to the second day of the Roseby tournament my freshman year, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't even know how the fuck that happened. It was probably technicality, but I'm like, oh, these are the medal rounds, you know, and he picked me up. I was the only one to wrestle that day, and I was wrestling for like a 7th or 8th place medal or something like that. But I was in better shape than the guy I was wrestling. My skill level was nowhere near good. The other guy didn't have great skill either. But, you know, I lost my points, and coach, even afterwards, told me, you know, I can't be mad at you. You know, goes, we haven't taught you the moves yet. But what you showed me in that mat right there is that you have to learn. You know, and I think one of the craziest things, not crazy, I mean, one of the most lasting things that Coach Ray taught was heart. You know, you can't teach that. You can't put that on paper. You have to show it, and it has to resonate with whoever else you're working with. But that's one of the things I appreciated about him for sure. And he'll be listening. I reached out to him to get that message. And I know he'll be listening to it.
Now, maybe I'm just you know, reminiscing, and I've added my own flavor to it. But I remember one day in practice, we may or may not have been forced to crawl under the mats. to the other end. And there was a couple of kids that like broke down because they were claustrophobic.
Uh-huh.
And I also remember, again, maybe I'm adding my own flavor to it and thinking about maybe this happened in the Army, but we may or may not have been doing like sit-ups, and a grown-ass man may or may not have been running across our stomachs as we were doing it.
You got that one wrong because we were doing neck bridges.
We were doing bridges. I clearly remember doing a bridge and having somebody stand on my stomach.
So he goes, "You want to see why they call it a bridge?" And I'm like, "Yeah, coach, let's see why they call it a bridge." You know
what though? I almost broke my neck. I almost broke my neck senior year, and I credit that fucking technique or whatever to him. Not breaking my neck or whatever, because my neck was so strong by that point. Like someone could stand on you while doing a bridge.
I thought you were gonna credit me for almost breaking your neck when I jackhammered you like Goldberg.
Oh my God, that was okay. So that did really happen. You want to talk about high school memories, man? Because we'd mess around. We would mess around before practice. Like we'd all meet up in the cafeteria or wherever the practice was at, and we'd do like fake wrestling and stuff. Like we'd do like Hogan knee drops and stuff. And Fabian got me one day, and he's got me in like a suplex, and he picks me up, right? And so here's my legs, just straight up. Fabian's got me up in the air, and I'm thinking to myself, like, oh, he's not going to really fucking – he's not going to do this. Like, we're on a mat, by the way, but these wrestling mats are hard. They're not fucking soft. It's not fun to fall on. So all of a sudden I feel me start to, like, lean, and I'm like – at this split moment, I'm like, this was a bad idea, like I should not be here right now. So we fall, and I hear my neck crack. I'm like, oh my God, or whatever. Like, this is not good. I'm like, I'm starting to try to feel if anything's still fucking working over here. And he really fucking suplexed me before practice, and I still had to go through practice that day. That's no fucking joke, yeah.
Dude, I still remember one day, and I think it was our freshman year, and I didn't eat for lunch, and then right before practice, I had these Gardino's like snack packs, and we're all practicing in the cafeteria, right? And you could hear the girls like cheerleaders like practicing outside.
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah, you go, whatever. And I'm like I'm trying to keep down my stomach throughout all this practice, and I'm just like, oh God, I gotta puke. Oh God, no, don't do it. Holy fuck! And I just like run to the door, run outside of the cafeteria, and I just start puking in the nearest trash can I see, which didn't even have a bag on it. Just blah! And then once I'm done, I look up, and I'm just like, all the cheerleaders are looking at me, and I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm just going to take this with me, and I just like dragged it back into the cafeteria.
Wait a minute. You know what this brings up in my mind?
What's
Somebody
that?
shit on the wrestling mat once.
What?
You guys remember the little droplet of shit?
I don't remember that.
I vaguely remember a little droplet of shit that I don't think it was on the mat I was working out on, though.
Somebody pinched a little turd out, and I think Gomez stepped on it. He's like, who the fuck did this? Whitey, was this you? And we're like, nah.
There were a
couple other people
There were a few suspects. We thought it might have been Sosa because he took a shit every day before practice.
I did.
Right in that bathroom in the cafeteria. So
every day.
We thought it might have been you, but it wasn't you.
It wasn't me. I would have remembered that.
So then we thought it might have been one of the heavier weights because I was in the heavyweight corner. It wasn't me because I didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
And I always wore a singlet underneath workout clothes during practice, so it wouldn't have been able to slip out. So
it would have been trapped in.
It would have been trapped in. It would have been much worse. So we thought it might have actually been Chuck.
Chuck.
Renee.
I remember Renee.
He might have been the one who shit on the mat.
That's one of those things that's going to the grave, whoever did it.
Nobody knows for sure, but
it's got to be a bad day. That's somebody's bad day at school. We're not talking about, yeah.
And it was definitely there. There's no discussing whether or not it happened. It was there.
This is great that 20 years later this is coming out, and like the chance that somebody's going to watch this and be like, God damn it, or whatever, they did remember.
Someone needs to contact Renee and be like, did you shit on the wrestling mat?
Oh, he denied it all the way through. But there had to have been somebody there, And I don't know, maybe it was just his personality, but it was him.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. All right, you guys want to hear a clip too?
But there's another clip?
There's another clip.
Fucking hit it.
What's up, Viking Wrestling? This is Coach Gomez saying what's up to all of you guys. It's been a long time. Missed all of you guys. Back at Mountain View right now, and I do run into some of the old pictures of you guys, and you guys have still been immortalized after all these years with our mat. A lot of our logos that we created back then are still in use 20 years later, so a little legacy left behind. But I'm glad I coached in the era where all of you guys had nicknames for some reason, whether I gave them to you or the community gave them to you or your own friends. But that's how we grew up. It wasn't bullying. It was just love for one another. Different names like Whitey, Grimace, Potter, the Drunken Wrestler, Johnny Rocket, the Caveman. Captain Caveman. See, the kids would even know. At least your generation knew who Captain Caveman was. The last of that era. You wouldn't be able to say these things in today's age, but I was lucky enough to coach in an era where you guys were allowed to have those nicknames. I don't think today I'd be able to call anybody Whitey, Potter, Grimace. I'd be considered a bully, man. And I think about some of that crap now, and I'm like, shit, I probably was a bully. I didn't know better. I was right out of college, and that was the thing. You gave people nicknames. It was a great time. Great time being your guys' coach. All you guys, stuck to the program, and hopefully you guys got something out of it. And I think so. After all these years, you guys are still grinding. So that was the whole point on my end, keeping you guys grinding for life. All right? Love you guys.
So that was Coach Gomez, talking about the nicknames we have, so like Whitey, Potter, Grimace, Drunken Wrestler, Captain Caveman, all these fucked up names, right? He goes like, I'm glad I coached in an era where I could actually use those names because nowadays it would be considered bullying, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
He makes a good fucking point, man. Like you can't say that shit anymore, I mean, maybe you couldn't say it back then, but we did. But what do you guys think of those nicknames?
It was the own teammates who gave everybody those names. It wasn't like Gomez just like pointed at us like, you're Whitey now, and you're fucking Potter. It was just.
You do realize it wasn't that everybody gave them these names. It was Fabian who gave everyone these names. Like, it was fucking Fabian. Like he called him Grimace or whatever.
No, wait a minute.
He called you Potter for the glasses, and he called me Whitey. Well,
I think Ozzy Mork also had some influence on this too.
Hey, speaking of nicknames, do you guys remember a guy we used to call Caquita?
Yeah. He wasn't the mat shitter though, but yeah.
Fucking Caquita, come here. My name's not Caquita. Shut up, Caquita.
I remember Purga and Llantas,
Greñas,
Grimace, Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns. He only wrestled for part of a year too.
Yeah, it was only like part of a semester, but fuck, man, he looked exactly like Mr. Burns. Fucking singlet. The singlet didn't even like hug his body. It's just kind of like hanging off of there. He's just like a little hunched over.
And the worst part was he had like the 1980s singlet on with the nylon.
I don't know who fucking gave him that singlet, but somehow he's like, wear this one. At the somehow everyone else wearing purple. He's wearing the only one that's like all
yellow,
old yellow, and it's just like the elastic isn't elastic anymore. It's just kind of like
Fucking Greñas.
Uh,
You guys fucking remember Greñas?
yeah. You guys, all right, I'm going to tell this story right now. Do you guys remember the story with Greñas where we're at the Milliken?
I remember that fucking day like it was yesterday.
So let me set this up because I tell people this story all the time, which is funny because you guys know, when you get a groom check, they're supposed to check to make sure you don't have any ringworm, anything infectious, and then they also check your nails. And to make sure, for whatever fucking reason, that you're not wearing boxer shorts, right? For some reason, the refs during the beginning of that tournament did not check everybody's boxer shorts. And so when it came down to the matches, they were looking at everybody, and if you had boxer shorts on, you had to go change. You had a minute to go change in the restroom, come back, make your match, and get on the fucking mat to wrestle. That's just a weird rule. I can't explain it. For those of you that don't know anything about wrestling, it is what it is.
Yeah.
When you check in for your match, right? There's usually like a stat girl at the table, and you have to tell them your name and your weight class. And we had a guy on the team who probably just did not get it. This was Greñas, and he just so happened to be caught wearing boxer shorts, right?
Yeah.
And so the ref told him, you have a minute to go take the boxers off and get back to your mat to check in. And so he ran to the restroom. He made his minute, but now he was going commando with no underwear on underneath his singlet. And so we're rushing because we're like, hey, they're going to fucking penalize you and disqualify you if you don't go check in at the table with the snack girl, right? So we're like, go tell her. And so when he runs up to the table to go check in with his name and weight class, who wants to take this one? Because he said something completely different to the stat girl.
we're like, hey, Greñas, go check in, go check in, go tell her, go tell her. And he's like, go tell her. He's like, yeah, go tell her. And he like knocks on the table. And he's like, hey, I'm not wearing any underwear. Hey, not wearing any underwear.
So this girl's looking at him like, okay, like, we're like, no, stupid. Tell her your name and weight class. Oh, man. But that was one of the most memorable moments right there, man. How do you get that from the conversation? Like, go tell her you're not wearing underwear.
I still remember that. It's fucking hilarious.
But what were some of the other nicknames you guys remember?
Grimace was memorable. Greñas, Caquita.
Yantas was also a big worm.
That was Big Worm.
Yeah.
Big Worm.
Multiple nicknames. Potter, you were actually there when we came up with and gave the nickname to the Grimace. Do you remember that?
Yeah, we were. So we were going into our senior year, and we just came back from the JR wrestling camp. Right? It was JR?
Yeah, Jay Robinson. Yeah.
Jay Robinson camp. Yeah.
It wasn't JR like the pro wrestling JR. God damn it! Barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce. I love it.
And we're coming back because it was up north, so we were coming back down the freeway. And we stopped for lunch, and Gomez took us to McD's. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden we were there, and this fine woman came in, and all of us were just fucking gawking at her. Carlos, I felt like he had a nickname. I can't remember what it was right now. He was like the 189-pounder.
No, I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember a nickname for him.
No nickname.
Anyways, he's like, hold on, guy, I'll be right back. I'm going to get some sauce. And so he goes fucking take off and to go get a closer look at this chick. And then Grimace all of a sudden goes, yeah, guys, I'm going to get some sauce too. And we're like, watch this fucker actually go get sauce. And, oh, God, we were just fucking dying right there, man. Because it looked like you just get the sauce, and that was it.
And everybody, simultaneously, everybody except Grimace we when you finish at McDonald's eating inside, they have the little paper on the tray, right? And so we clear off our tray and everything, about to throw it away. Everybody simultaneously looks down because we were trying to look for a nickname for this motherfucker the whole time. And for context, for those that don't know who he was a 350-pound freshman who was very large and kind of like shaped like the fucking Grimace. So we look simultaneously at the tray, and everybody looks back up, and it was like a eureka moment, and we're all like, the Grimace, and it was like a sign from the gods at that point.
Ozzy, I think, was very big on throwing that name out there too, pushing it even harder.
Yeah, I think one of our last home matches, well, when we were seniors, he was still a freshman. His older sister actually brought a sign that said, "Go Grimace." So that's pretty badass, man. When you get to change things that much. What about any other stories you guys have from the wrestling days?
I got one.
Yeah.
I think it involved Whitey. He was doing a match against Arroyo. And all of a sudden, you just hear somebody from the stands go, "Hey, Timmy! Take it easy, Timmy!" Fucking Timmy Hawkins was wrestling Whitey over here. And it just looks like a white-on-white crime happening in front of us. Because they both looked almost identical in skin tone and hair. And you just hear, "Hey, Timmy, what are you doing, Timmy? Take it easy, Timmy!" Everyone else all just quiet, focusing on the match. Like,
what did you wrestle him?
I did wrestle him, yeah, a couple times. I practiced with him a lot too.
Yeah.
Which is the weird part. See, that was another thing. We'd practice with Arroyo, but we would end up wrestling them at some point, and that always seemed weird.
That happened after the match.
Yeah, it was like summer league or like CAF practice. Yeah.
But there was a couple of occasions where I feel like we wrestled. We trained with people that we ended up, facing or whatever, and it's kind of weird. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely wrestled Timmy Hawkins. Cool guy. I liked hanging out with Timmy when we were in wrestling practice.
All right, so I know we gotta get you guys going. Gotta do the dad duties and whatnot. So we'll definitely work up another shit show another day. But what I want to do is I want to ask each one of you, just give me your good, bad, and ugly, and just be as concise as possible when talking about it. But what was your best moment in the sport, and maybe one of your ugliest moments? Also talk about a moment of glory. Anybody who wants to chime in first?
I'll start first to wrap it up faster. Let's start with the worst moment. Was sophomore year. I was wrestling, and somehow I made it on the varsity at my weight class. And pretty much my first wrestling match was against Mike Gomez from Rosemead, which was like he was like a national placer, state placer, like way above my skill level. And he fucking toyed with me the whole goddamn time. It seemed I must have been wrestling in like slow motion in comparison. And it was just like he was probably like 1 point away from teching me, and then like before like he got the tech point, like he got the pin, and then that was like match, and like it's probably the most embarrassing way to pretty much lose. And then
he did also. He adjusted his singlet and his headgear.
I still remember that.
He had enough time.
He's like, "Hang on, let me adjust my singlet, my headgear, smile for the camera. All right, let's do this.
Take it easy, Mike."
What about your moment of glory, Potter?
Probably the biggest moment of glory that I have that all you guys saw was definitely me beating another Rosemead guy during a dual match. And I remember he got a takedown, and then he threw in a leg ride, and I reversed the leg ride, and I made him pin himself.
Yeah.
And I won, and I knew I won. And the ref's like, "All right, stand up, shake hands." And the guy was like in disbelief, like, "What the fuck just happened?" And I think Coach Lou was like, "You fucking pinned yourself or something." I don't know. That was kind of like the notions they were giving him, and I fucking won. And just before that match, Fabian, you said something like, "Potter, if you win this match, I'm not going to give you any more shit." You had no idea I even had a chance.
If memory serves me correctly, I think his exact words were, "If you win this match, I will never call you Potter again."
I didn't say Potter. I was still gonna call him Potter. That's a damn lie. What I did say, but here's let me really quick set it up. So I give Potter a lot of shit just because that's we used to bust balls a lot. That's what we did, right?
Yeah.
And so Potter would get a lot of it because he was a nice guy and he would take it. But this guy should have beaten Potter. I'm just saying based off of the skill level, Potter. No offense, but this guy should have beaten Potter, and we lost every single match. I believe that was probably like the last match because they started changing weights around.
Yeah, that was the year they did like a coin flip or something like that to see like which random weight class we'd start at versus starting it at 100 pounds or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was at 45, so they started at 52s.
Yeah.
We lost. It got to you. They gave you a bye. They told their heavyweight not to even step on the mat, even though he was ready.
Yeah.
And then defeat, and then it came up to me, and somehow I won.
Yeah, and then what I told you before the match was, Potter, we're getting our ass kicked. If we need this win, like if you get this win, I'm never gonna give you shit again. I held up my end of the bargain for a while though, right?
For sure, it was like the whole rest of the year. You didn't give me any shit. Like,
I could have.
You could have, totally.
And I remember trying to give you shit with Fabian, and he just wouldn't have it. That's the funny part is he's always been honest about like what he says he's going to do. He does.
All right, so Sosa, since you guys got to get going, go ahead and give me your good, bad, and ugly.
Let's go with the good. I still remember like maybe fucking junior year, maybe senior year. I remember I pinned the guy using the banana split.
Yeah.
I felt bad for that kid. He didn't know what he was doing. I threw in the leg right, and then I did the roll, and I had him in the banana split, and he like wanted to tap out. He was tapping, and I had to like tell him like, "No, dude, you got to pin yourself."
Wait a minute.
He, like pinned himself in order to get out of it.
Wasn't there a match where you pinned the guy with the stack, and it looked like you were butt fucking him?
Yeah, that was against Gabrielino. I still remember that.
And then you had a girlfriend watching at the time?
On YouTube a while back ago.
I was straight up ramming this dude in broad daylight wearing fucking singlets. And I stacked him hard. Yeah.
And I remember at the time you had a girlfriend watching, and it's did. Like, and you're sodomizing this other guy.
I winked at her too. I'm like, "You're next, baby."
Wasn't that the same match? One of the guys on the teams tried to like run off the mat, and then like our guy or their guy like just like, "Nah, get back in here," and it was like dragged him back in. Was that you?
That was you, and I swear he screamed like Al Bundy, like coming back into the mat. You were crawling out of a mat, like you get points for crawling out of a mat, and then you get reset. So you were trying to like crawl your way. You were like clawing your way out of the mat.
I think that was the same match, so it might have been.
And the person pulled him by the leg. They stood up, got him by the legs.
No, that was at a tournament.
No,
that happened twice.
It happened twice.
Oh my god! He was like, "No!"
You were fleeing the mat quite a bit that day.
All right, so it happened twice where I tried to crawl my way out of the mat, and I ended up pinning the guy. The bad was probably getting beat my senior year at our last home match by a guy from Arroyo. I still remember that. Like, that was like this fucking hurt that I still, like, I carried for a while. Like, I should have pinned that kid. All I had to do was, like, pop my head out, and it would have been a reversal, and I would have won that match. And it stung, and I carried that for a while. And it helped me improve in a lot of different ways. So that was the ugly.
I
want to hear you guys' story.
Yeah,
Whitey, let's go, Whitey.
All right, so the good was everything that like turned me into who I am and like my relentlessness and stuff like that.
One moment, Whitey.
What do you mean?
One moment of glory.
One moment of glory. Being able to stand up to my bullies and, knowing that I could take care of myself.
Can I pick your ugly, Whitey? Because I still remember it very clearly.
The perfect crossface?
Yeah!
That was my bad.
I don't know, man. From where I was standing, it looked pretty fucking ugly.
All I know is that day was like a preseason, like the first match. It wasn't even the season yet. It was like we were having like a one-off with Cal High. And the two guys at the end of the weight classes, so that would be like 189 and 215s, were like these fucking ginormous guys, and they had a swim team. So they were like, they didn't just have like arm muscles, they had leg muscles, and like they were just muscle. I don't know, like it. They looked like they'd been held back a couple
in a
years.
Fucking Nazi party, fucking propaganda poster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had been seniors for a couple of years already.
The worst part, Gomez got the newspaper where it actually had you on the cover with this guy cross-facing the shit out of you. And he posted it up in his office.
I remember walking into the class, okay? I remember walking into the class and everybody's gathered around this fucking picture, right? Look at this right here. And Gomez goes, look. He goes, I want everybody to look at this. He goes, that's a perfect crossface. My face is like this, like.
Oh, God.
In the fucking paper, yeah. I mean, and this guy, like, just was all muscle. I mean, like, you can see, like, it really was the perfect crossface.
Yeah.
And
good crossface.
It was a pretty good crossface. I'm not gonna lie.
So my ugly moment was
there's a fucking reason I still remember it 20 years later. Beautiful.
There was one match we had that I'd say was my ugly moment. Was I wanted to quit wrestling at some point. We had like a home match and we had a tournament the next day, and I think it was Garcia or something like that. One of the coaches says, like, well, we got something to go to tomorrow or whatever. Anybody have to say something? And I think I said something along the lines of like, I'm not going to be there. And he's like, what, or whatever. He goes, said something like, you want to quit or whatever. But I was like upset at the moment, you know?
Yeah. That was against the Indians.
And so I thought about that's what it was. I don't even remember it was against the Indians, but now that you mention it, yeah, it was against the Indians. I was like, fuck, like I'm not doing good this year, you know, like, but it was like the preseason match, you know, and it was just like we had got done training for a couple weeks, and I was like, fuck, like, is this year going to be like this the whole year? You know, I guess it just kind of hit me hard that year. And I would say that was the ugly moment or whatever, where like I wanted to quit or whatever, but I knew I shouldn't. So, then after that, it was good, you know, but I had to have that moment where I kind of like started questioning what I was doing or whatever. And that would have really like, that was our senior year, was it?
No, junior, I think.
So it would have already thrown away like 2 years worth of work, you know, like we were already on the third year worth of work. And
one of those guys had to follow me for a couple classes. But Whitey, I think those guys fucking lied to us, man. Because I remember we had practice with them, and we were like practically wrestling our counterparts in practice.
Yeah.
You know? And I felt like we were going through the motions of these moves, and like even just like a regular single leg, they're like, "What the fuck is this that you're doing?"
Yeah, like they fucking fooled us. Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then it's like I was like, you know, a lot of the moves that we were practicing or going over, like that wasn't a move that like I like went to when I was on the match, and like when it came time to go to that move, like all of a sudden this guy just like, yeah, just block, push you over there, like bam, and then fucking pin, and like what the fuck? This dude was like a fish like the whole time during practice, and then all of a sudden,
played us, man. They fucking played.
That's what it was. I got a cow catcher on me. Like I didn't even know what a cow catcher was before that. Like I started like I was trying to get away from the guy. The guy just like hooks me from behind or whatever, and he pulls me down or whatever, and I was like, I felt so helpless.
And you fed them pie, Whitey. You fed them fucking pie, and they lied to your face.
That's a weird story.
All week at practice.
You fed them pie. They fed you defeat.
So at this time, we had Navajo Indians over from the reservation, and I had two of them at my house. And the funny part was I asked him, I go, is there anything that you need? Is there anything that you want that would make you feel more at home or something like that? Like what do you eat or whatever? You know, what do you want? They go, do you have any pumpkin pie? And it was so like not the time for pumpkin pie. Like, I don't know. It was. So I look in the fridge and I'll be goddamned if there wasn't pumpkin pie in the fridge.
All moldy and shit.
So they got fucking pumpkin pie. They were just so happy playing Street Fighter and like eating pumpkin pie.
Those
Good
motherfuckers,
times.
man, they sandbagged us, you know, because they sucked ass in practice, right? We took them home and we fucking like housed them and gave them food, right? And then we get on the mat and they beat our ass. Like, what the fuck is that? At home? Like, motherfuckers? No wonder we fucking Thanksgiving you, motherfuckers.
It was bad, yeah.
What about you, Fabian? What's your good, bad, and ugly?
All right, so I'm gonna condense it to 2 stories here. So I wanna say, you know, I had a lot of ugly or bad moments. You know, I popped my shoulder out a couple times. I got picked up by Pig like a fucking ragdoll in my first home match. But I think the worst moment was probably, it was all in my head, was losing, getting second place in fucking league finals senior year. Because I was a man.
I remember that.
You know?
I
I was undefeated, you know?
Yeah.
As far as in league, I beat everybody. And my record overall was pretty decent. It was about 40-something and maybe like minimal losses, like 5 or 6 or something like that, right? And I just kind of played the dude's game, you know, because I knew he liked to stall. But I knew that I was better when I actually pushed the action, right? But we were just a couple of dudes just stalling, right? And that doesn't work, especially at heavyweight. So I was really pissed off at that because I should have won that. And, you know, I thought I was going to, but maybe I took it for granted. Is what it is. My moment of glory was actually when everybody doubted me. And I remember it was a 2004 A.B. Miller tournament. There was a guy that was ranked ahead of me. Number 1 seed was, you know, a state qualifier coming back. There's no way I was going to get number 1 seed ahead of that guy. But I wanted the number 2 seed, right? Because my record spoke for itself, and I should have been ranked number 2 in that tournament. But they ranked me number 3 because, you know, they kept pushing for this big monstrous guy who was like 6'7", and he was like all 275 muscle, right? And
the ogre.
We named him the ogre when we saw him. But I'm looking at the guy's record, and I'm like, I could beat this guy's ass. Like, there's no way he should be ranked ahead of me. I should be ranked number 2. He should be ranked number 3. Number 2 has an easier way to the finals, right? And so I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to have to wrestle an extra match to get to the finals. I don't give a shit, right? I'm going to prove everybody else's ass wrong. And so we get on the mat, and I fucking school this guy, right? I'm talking about, you know, heavyweights don't really shoot. I took about 20 shots in that match, right? Single leg, fucking ankle pick, double leg. And then I started doing the whole thing where you get cocky and you push the motherfucker up off the mat. Like, I took his ass down. I wasn't ready to pin him yet. Get the fuck up, you know? And I was talking shit the whole time. And I'm looking over at his coach, and I'm looking over at our team like, the fuck? You know, like, you guys thought I wasn't going to beat this guy. I whooped his ass, you know? And I did one of the, you know, the best things you can do in wrestling was a tech fall, right? So just as I should have teched him, which means you beat the guy by 15 points. It's like a mercy kill. I pinned the guy. So I beat the fuck out of him. And that was kind of my glory moment there because, you know, when people doubt you, you go out there with the fucking chip on your shoulder, you perform better.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm going to close it out, guys. You guys, Sosa, Potter, you guys want to just chime out and then me and Whitey finish up?
Before I chime out, maybe something we can talk about next time. I believe senior year, one of the funnest times I think we had off the mat, not even practicing. I remember we were playing Who's the Whitest?
What game were we playing?
So we were playing, I think it was the Ayala tournament or somewhere in Chino Hills. We're at that tournament.
It was Ayala, yeah.
Yeah. And that one always happened around New Year's and Christmas break area. And we were playing Who's the Whitest. Senior year, we were also, another great thing to talk about next time would be we were playing this like slapping game. I remember how some things that happened at that same tournament too. How it happened. We can talk about that next time if you guys want.
I don't remember any of this.
The tooth. Remember, I had a fake tooth that I would spit out when Fabian fucking hit me.
I still remember the tooth. Yeah.
And then like ketchup and the fake tooth and like some coach coming up to us like saying, "What the fuck did you just do to him?" Or and it was great because when the tooth fucking shot across the floor, you could like it sounded like a tooth fucking flying across the floor, you know. It was great. It sounded bad. Like you're like, "What the fuck did I just watch?" And then you add the ketchup, and it's just great.
So that's some things we can talk about next time. But to close out tonight, man, it's been great having this, catching up with you guys, reminiscing again. Been having some great laughs. God, I can't believe we waited this long to talk about this stuff and just fucking enjoy life and look back and reflect. Sosa, how about you?
I'm really happy to have you guys on this Zoom thing. I can't wait to do it live. Shit, man, even if nobody fucking hears this podcast, I really forgot we were, recording anything. It's fucking awesome to hear you guys' voice. Really love you guys.
That's cool.
All right, guys, we'll catch you next time. I'm going to close out with Whitey so you guys can get back to the kids.
It was good to see you guys.
All right.
Back to being a dad.
Later.
Take care, guys.
All right, Whitey, let's close this thing out, man. So,
all right.
What did you think of the episode so far? With we had to kind of cut it short a little, but what did you think about the shit show?
That was fun. I mean, we could talk for hours. Like we have talked for hours. We got a lot of stories between all of us. I mean, I'm just glad I could be there for all of it. Like I said, I feel like the link at this point after hearing all of this stuff. Because I have been listening to all the podcasts. So
I think that's an appropriate description. Whitey, everybody fucking mentions you, man.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm glad I'm a memorable person, or I could be a part of all of it.
So there will be a shit show part 2. Unfortunately for the other guys, they didn't get to try the barbecue care package that I dropped by, man.
Oh my God, it was so good.
What'd you think of that?
Delicious, man. You missed your calling there. You really need to open up some sort of barbecue restaurant or something.
How are those riblets, man? I'm usually not a fan of riblets, but I know I did well on it.
That was the first thing that I attacked, man. Delicious. Yeah, everything that you smoked that or what?
I smoked it, yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
And then I hit it on the grill for the last little bit,
Like I said, that bratwurst really amazed me.
Oh, I smoked that too.
Yeah.
Check it out. So here's what I did with the meats, right? I put them in the smoker for a good 2-3 hours. Let it get that flavor, let it soften up and everything. And the meats, like the riblets, they need a dry rub. So I put a dry rub on it, right? And once I pull it out of the smoker, the riblets, I dipped them in a glaze that I made, right? And the glaze had everything from sugar to Jack and Coke. It had Jack and Coke in there.
Yeah.
Barbecue sauce, a little bit of teriyaki and Worcestershire. And I fucking put butter in there and everything and made this nice little glaze that would get really sticky, right? So I shook that up in a bag like shake and bake. And then I hit it with fucking fire, man. And that's why I got the little charred ends,
Yeah, if anyone ever gets a chance to try Fabian's food, man, it's really good.
So next time we'll do it with all of us. We'll start early, smoke the food. I'll bring a smoker, get some booze up in us, and then we'll finish off strong. But I did want to just close out with the typical podcast protocol that you've been familiar with. We have episode after ours airs. We have episode number 11 coming out, and I'm talking with a friend of mine, former after school worker as well. Her name's Sandra, and she performs as a singer and I think also as a DJ. But I'm asking her because it seems like I checked out her Instagram page recently, and I'm like, damn, it's kind of like you're living your dream. And one of the questions I threw out there to social media was, have you ever had to give up your dream in order to just live or survive, right? Because a lot of people do that. You and I are very familiar with that.
Yep, definitely.
So what do you think about that? Do you feel like a part of you, I mean, I know the answer to this, but has had to give up a dream in order to live?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think we could have... with the band and everything, and as far as we had come, that we could have done a lot more with that. But that being said, I think that things always tend to work themselves out for a reason. And I feel like that I'm in a great spot right now, and that I'm happy with where I'm at. And that maybe it was a lot of work, or maybe they didn't go how I, fantasy imagined them to happen. But I'm totally glad with the way things worked out. And I can't really dwell on the past either, because being a musician or any of that stuff, that's, fun to think about, but that's, not a real good thing to fall back on. So, and I think a lot of musicians right now are feeling it right now. I mean, you got these big bands that are having to reschedule tours, and they're away from their family most of the time. I guess that's the positive side about this whole thing, is they get to spend time with their family. But that's not a safe job, like you got to be a little crazy to kind of think that that's a reality. And sometimes those things work out. Like, it's just luck, like sometimes someone hits the lottery. But is it a reality, and are we going to chase that dream? I think we chose right.
But sometimes the thing about the dream, though, is that sometimes in the back of your head, you're always still kind of like, what if, God damn it?
That's true. But, like there's a lot of positive things that come without that dream too. Like, I mean, I met Julie, and she's an amazing woman, and I've got a good job right now, like where I'm making enough money to where I'm happy. So I don't regret anything,
For sure. No, on my end, like I said, like I live in reality. I understand that. I don't have my head up in the clouds or anything like that. But the what if is always lingering. And I'll tell you what, Whitey, that what if might manifest itself into something very soon. And I'm going to be happy to share that with you all very soon. But I can't right now. It's a little under wraps. So something's in the works.
Cool.
So I will let everybody know once, if and when that happens. There's a few phases of it. I'm like in the second one, and I'm waiting on the third. But if and when that happens, I'll let you know. Even if it doesn't happen, I'll keep everybody in the loop. Like, this is what I was working on. It didn't pan out, but I'm excited to get out there and do a little something with one of my passions.
That's great. You should follow your dreams.
Yeah, man.
Like whatever that is, and you got time right now. That's for sure.
I guess so. I wish we had the money we had now when we were young and dumb and playing in a band. You know what I'm saying? Because we had the passion back then, but we didn't have the resource.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
And nobody would even be able to come to our shows or anything because it'd be way out in Hollywood.
Right.
And I'll be 21 and over, and we were like 18, 19. But whatever.
Hey, we still what is it? Paramore open for us?
Yeah.
Does you still remember that? Yeah. I remember finding that out. That's weird. Yeah. Yeah. So.
But anything else you want to mention, Whitey, as far as dreams or the Shit Show podcast? Anything else that we might have left out? I know we left out a lot, and we'll do a part 2.
No, I just think there's a lot of stuff we left out. I mean, we've known each other for 20 years. We got a ton of stories. If anybody thought that this podcast was interesting, like this is just kind of unplanned something or other. And now we kind of know the format of things. So I think that if we had a next podcast, it's going to be even better than this one. And I had a blast. Those guys are awesome. I'm just I'm happy with the way the podcast is turning out, actually.
Yeah, man.
Like, I've been listening to it every week, and it's just getting better, and I hope people are liking what they're hearing.
Cool. All right, man. I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and close it out, but we'll definitely get back at this. You're going to be a recurring member on this, Whitey.
All right. Sounds good. Good stuff, man.
Cool, man. Thank you. All right. I appreciate everybody listening. That does it for this episode of the Ignorance is Strength podcast. Thank you, fuck you, and good night.
subscribe to the Ignorance is Strength podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Like, follow, and share on Facebook and Instagram at Ignorance is Strength Podcast and on Twitter at The Ignorance Pod.